Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another episode of Inside DB Rated. This is the dual commentary series where we go ahead and spectate random matches on DB's ladder and just check out what people are playing. So this is going to be a match featuring Nice Boy on Drytron versus, I'm probably going to mispronounce his name, but it's, I think, Kiss on Infernoble Knight. So this should be pretty interesting. Without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started here. So it looks like Infernoble is going to win the RPS and going to start us off. Have not watched this replay yet. The opener is going to be for Infernoble, Double, Droll, Nibiru, Thomas Action Unit, and the Oliver. This is not ideal. It actually, I think, can still combo because you can pitch the Action Unit for Oliver and then normal summon Droll. And that gets you to Fiber. And Fiber is primarily how this deck combos now. Since Isolde's primary function previously was just to provide insurance and safety. So like you don't need it to combo necessarily. We'll see what he can actually end up going for. And then the Drytron hand is going to be Double Delta, Orange Light, Emergency, and Fafnir. This does not have any live hand traps at the moment. No Fairy for Orange Light. So if he actually goes for the combo, he might be able to just end on his full board. Yep, he's going to go for it. Looks like he's going to pitch Action Unit and then go for the Oliver. This is like a cool card to take. Tuner hand traps to make Fiber. Gonna go ahead and summon a copy of the Fiber. Fiber effect is gonna summon a copy of Despot 1. I just kind of assumed actually it was Despot 1, but I mean it's Infernoble, so it makes sense. Going to Link Summon for a copy of Rorodon. Rorodon going to summon out 3 tokens, and then Despot 1 gonna summon itself back. So yeah, I definitely had to go for the combo this turn, because if you just let your opponent set up, then try and combo later, it's not gonna end up panning out. There's a chance to now, so might as well just go for it. Power Tool is going to come down next. That's going to activate its effect, revealing Living Fossil, Durendal, and another Durendal, and it adds Living Fossil to hand. That's kind of interesting to me that he added, or he revealed different named equip spells, because you would think that Durendal is just 3 of, since it's a consistency piece. So it's interesting they didn't like guarantee whatever he wanted to add off of that. It makes sense maybe to cut down a Living Fossil, especially since he's on 40 cards, but I find that quite fascinating. I wonder if that changes his choices for the end board. But the Rorodon effect is going to tribute to monsters and then summon a copy of Coltwing from deck. And then Coltwing is going to use its effect to summon out 2 tokens, and then Despot 1 comes back again. And then going to Synchro Summon for a copy of Herald of the Arclight. And then Living Fossil going to summon back the Despot 1. And then he's going to make a copy of Savage. The Despot should be banished. Let's see. So Fiber is going to be equipped, and that's just gonna be a pass. So Savage Herald. I wonder if there was a way to maybe go for like a different play there. Not entirely sure. It kind of just depends on what is in the extra deck there. For some, we're gonna see a top deck Preparation of Rites. So this is interesting because I think Droll has to specifically send to grave. Yeah, it does. So it doesn't work on a Herald. So he's going to have to Herald early if he wants to use Droll, which in this matchup definitely is relevant. Activate Fafnir. That's going to use its effect to search for a copy of Nova. And then Nova is going to come down next. That's going to be negated by the Herald. Preparation of Rites comes down next. That's going to add a copy of Benten. I figured he was going to let it go just because he has Droll, right? Ooh, not using Droll and Resolution there. Interesting. Maybe he wants his opponent to commit a bit more. Maybe he wants to like wait until his opponent goes like Alpha and then tribute Benten and then change it to Benten. It was a free chance to use the Droll, because like that would have been really, really devastating. But Delta going to tribute away the Benten next. That's going to... Okay, so he's thinking on Benten. He's going to negate the Benten with the Savage. So he's really holding on to this Droll. Emergency going to be activated next. That's going to add a copy of Zeta to hand. He's going to use Droll now. He waited quite a while for that. I do wonder what made him wait there. But Zeta going to be used. It looks like that's going to tribute away the Delta. And now he just has bodies to make the Assembled Nightingale. Yeah, so now he's going to just make Zeus here. Battle phase, attack for 800. And then main phase 2 is going to make Downerd and then make a copy of Zeus. And then use Zeus to clear the board. And then end of main phase, we're going to see Nibiru. For turn, we're going to see the third roll. Geez, okay. So this is a really weird game state now. Both players are in top deck mode. And this this Nibiru can't beat over the token right here. Just going to pass. For turn, going to draw Foolish Burial. That's actually like the one Drytron quote-unquote name that doesn't help here. Well, he could send... Okay, no, he could send Eva, Banish Ben 10, Search Petite Angel, Normal it, and then that'll be good, except he has Droll. Let's see what he goes for. Foolish, yeah, send Eva, and then Eva to Banish Ben 10. That's going to add Petite Angel. There we go. And then Droll's going to come down. And just going to go switch the token to tap position and actually crash the token. Fair enough, because if he has any tuner top deck, then he's just going to make Fiber. This deck probably plays 2 now. Just going to pass here. Going to draw a copy of Torrent Scale. So he's on the PK package. We've seen this quite a bit in this deck. But this card doesn't do anything by itself. He's just going to emit defeat there. Yeah, realizing that there's going to be Ben 10 next turn and just a bunch of Drytrons. So game 1, going to be going to Drytron. Pretty interesting to see. That was a very, very weird game. I do wonder, like, if he had drilled sooner, if it would have made a difference. Because I'm trying to think if there was a way for Drytron to actually make, like, Zeus or anything to threaten the board. Because, like, Savage probably would have still been there. But we're going to move into game 2 now, and we're going to be seeing, looks like Infernoble go first yet again. If you guys are enjoying this commentary, definitely be sure to leave a like in the video and subscribe if you're new here and want to see more commentary similar to this style. Trying to hit 7K by the end of the month, so let's shoot for that. But we're going to go ahead and see the Infernoble starting hand be Durendal, Oliver, Rhoda, Heritage of the Chalice, and Foolish Burial. So all combo cards. This hand is full gas. This is an insane hand. And then for the Drytron hand, it's going to be Zeta, Instant Infusion, Foolish Burial, Meteonis Drytron, and Bentham. So Instant Fusion is presumably for Millennium Eyes to play around hand traps. Which, I mean, it might be a sensible inclusion. It just kind of sucks to devote an extra deck space for the one of Instant Fusion, especially when the extra deck space is surprisingly pretty tight in this deck. Because you just want a lot of utility, and there's like so many good cards to play. But yeah, no hand traps in here, so I'm going to see the full combo for sure. And it's going to be a better combo than last time, probably. Rhoda to add Neospace Connector. And then Connector effect to summon Aqua Dolphin from deck. And then Aqua Dolphin going to pitch Heritage of the Chalice. That's going to basically just see the hand, see that there's no hand traps, and now he can play as aggressively as possible. So he's going to link summon for a copy of Isolde. Isolde effect is going to go for Gearfried. And then the second effect is going to mill 4 to go for Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight is going to send Plague Spreader Zombie. So I wonder how he gets into his PK package. Going to Banish 2 to add back Phoenix Blade. And then gonna Foolish to stack. Or sorry, Plague Spreader to stack Foolish. And summon itself. Then he's gonna link summon a copy of Fiber. Fiber effect going to summon out Despot 1. And then gonna link summon into a copy of Auroradon. Auroradon effect is going to summon out 3 tokens. And then Despot 1 comes back. And from here, gonna link summon, or sorry, synchro summon for a copy of Power Tool Dragon. That's going to reveal DDR, DDR, and DDR. Okay, so it makes sense actually. So that like makes a lot more sense in context of the last Power Tool reveal, because obviously he's playing 3 DDR instead of 3 Living Fossil, and he was never able to make a Sold last time, so he was never able to put Phoenix Blade in Grave to synergize with the DDR. So I assume this is how he's going to be going for his PK stuff, because he can just recycle the Armageddon Knight if he wants to, or recycle tuners. There's a lot of options here. But going to go for Auroradon. So what that means is that he wanted the Living Fossil, and he actually hit it last time, or last game, which is kind of insane to think about, because he definitely has 3 Durendal, I would assume. So that means he was trying to get the Living Fossil there. That's what I could guess. But he's going to go and Tribute 2 for a copy of Cult Wing. And then Cult Wing's going to summon out 2 tokens, and then Despot 1 comes back. And then going to go for a copy of Herald of the Arclight. Going to pitch the Phoenix Blade to summon out Oliver. And then Power 2 and Oliver make Savage, because Oliver, of course, is level 1. Savage effect to equip. the Fiber, and then going to banish 2 to add back Phoenix Blade, including the Armageddon Knight, so he can DDR it back if he wants to. But he's going to actually pick the Plague Spreader instead, which is fair. And then going to go for a Charles here, probably. Oh, Shen. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, maybe he's going for VFD. That makes sense. He can, like, Plague and then banish for his Trish Fusion and then go for VFD. And this is, like, just better to make than Charles in this case. Okay, so he's going to go for Plague Effect, stacking the Durendal. And then banish for the Trish, and then overlay for VFD. So this, I imagine, is the full combo. Pretty good stuff. So it's interesting because the PKs didn't actually contribute anything to this combo here. So I'm wondering if it's just a backup plan or maybe an additional way to just get into his sold, which is fair. But yeah, this is an insane board. Gonna pass here. Fraternity's gonna draw the best card in the deck, Dawn Knight. VFD going to call light, and that's just gonna be the end of game 2. So yeah, that's what happens when you don't open hand traps or go second card. So definitely respect combo decks this format for sure. But we're gonna move now into game number 3, and we are going to be seeing Drytron go first for the first time this match. And the opener for Drytron is going to be double emergency, Ben 10, Gamma, and Orange Light. This hand's strong. You have a way to protect your plays if you need to. Just depending on how he plays this hand out, it's possible for sure. They could just Orange Light and have it the whole time. That's good. And then for the Infernoble hand, it's going to be Fogblade, Shade, Ash, Coltwing, and Heritage. Oh, this hand is like enough to combo, kind of. Like it has Shade, of course, so like you can combo. But drawing Coltwing is always bad, and then there's only one hand trap, which is Ash, and it's not going to be enough here, I don't think. Drytron probably going to take this one. Main phase 1, going to activate Cyber Emergency. That's going to search for a copy of Alpha. And then Alpha actually going to pitch the Ben 10. Ooh, this is interesting. I wonder if he's going to opt to Ash here. I mean, it probably wouldn't be the best idea, but he could. So Alpha going to search Ben 10, and then Ben 10 gets to search. Yeah, so now, okay, so that's actually going to be Ash right there. He doesn't actually need to worry about it. He could just let that go. Because he knows that there's likely no draw, unless if he's holding it again. But he can definitely play past this, because this Benton can just search the Manju, and he's good to go. Yeah, going to turn the Alpha into Link Rebo, and then you Gamma, tribute the Ben 10, bring back the Alpha, and then you search Manju, and it's full combo. Yep, so Gamma going to tribute Ben 10, bring back Alpha, and then Ben 10 search Manju. And then going to Link for a copy of Union Carrier. Carrier effects to equip. And oh, that is just going to be an immediate concession in game 3 here. Reasonable. I mean, that is just kind of how the way the matchup works, is if you don't have enough of a powerful hand trap, or you can't time it. Oh yeah, there's no like optimal time to time it, because I don't think there was like really good opportunities for him to use it. He could have used it on the Alpha, I guess. But then Benton would have resolved, and it would have been the exact same situation pretty much, because he would have had like Gamma life still. Yeah, so it just wasn't looking good for the Infernoble player, unfortunately. You really have to open like the crazy cards, or they have to just open weaker than this. But yeah, that's why Drytron's really good. I do think that it's good to showcase off, the meta decks from time to time. I should probably be focusing on them a bit more, to be honest. I've been showing a lot of Rogue on the channel lately, which is pretty good. Just because like it's fun to see Rogue decks compete, especially if they're up against the meta decks. But it's also good to see just like the meta decks at their best, So I'll probably be sprinkling these in here a bit, here and there. But yeah, that's probably gonna do it for the video. Also, if you guys are wondering like what is up with like the Road to 1000 Dual Mech rating series, a lot of you guys might not even be thinking about that, but I'm probably just going to be having the episodes a bit more sparse, because school is starting back up for me again. So I'm not gonna have as much time to really sit down and like theory and test and stuff. And like these videos are just simpler for me to create, in all honesty. Like they're easier. So that's why this is gonna probably just be a lot more of my content for the foreseeable future, until I get into like another like a very, very consistent schedule, because I kind of messed up my sleep schedule during winter break. So we're trying to fix it, and that'll just be the end of that. So thanks guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me via Patreon TCG Player, all the links in the description as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys!